Capricorn, hello there my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-May 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Capricorns out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you this week, my guys. What's up with Capricorn, please? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here, right in. What do we got for Capricorn, please, my gods? Card number one, let's get this started nice and smooth. Okay, thank you. All right, so this is an extremely analytical, mental-driven type of card. I always like seeing it, even though the imagery is pretty comical, if you ask me. But the message behind it is that of a very sharp intellect and mind. Now, before we really start diving into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look here at our friend. So you see the various different imagery here. We have this monkey, it's holding a skull, it's contemplating its life in front of a typewriter, it's even dressed up like Shakespeare. There's binary code and math going on behind it. So to me, this is a very intellectual type of card. Maybe in this time your mind is extra sharp, or you're thirsting for some sort of knowledge. You might be on a quest for knowledge. But whenever I see this card, I always say, like, now would not be a good time for anybody to try to pull one over on you. This is very Ace of Swords like type of energy, seeing things clearly, very honest, truthful. It's about the facts. So for some of you, whatever situations you might be going through, you could be analyzing the facts, looking at the facts of a situation. If not, I would say feeding your mind with any sort of knowledge could be very beneficial here, because you'd be able to slice and dice it here. I like this energy. So as long as your mind isn't going too much, like overthinking, overanalyzing. But let's get into tarot. I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. And yeah, I'm going to get you 3 of these in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness flowing. Let's shuffle it up here. See what we got for you, my Capricorn friends. Talk to me, my guides. Let's get this rocking for my friends. So, last week's reading didn't have the nicest of titles. It was titled They Are a Mess. And the reason I titled it that was within the reading itself, I saw that there might be someone you're connected to where, like, there's just a lot going on, like mentally, emotionally, they're very up and down, big. I just had to say how I felt, and it felt like there was someone that was a bit of a mess, okay? Whether you, them, or you know how it goes with tarot, but we're going to hope to keep it optimistic here this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're connected to. Let's get this first row of cards out. What do we got for Capricorn, please? That card popped out immediately. Hey, we got our good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups, without a beard, showing up in position number 1. And it looks like we are still dealing with some possible emotion here, my Capricorn friends, which I've been seeing for you for a few weeks. There's been a lot of water in your readings. Let's get you 2 more. We always like when the King of Cups is here. And yeah, wow, Knight of Swords. This guy's been showing up in so many different readings this week. That's like, gotta go, let's get this moving, let's get it going. A big action card. Let's get one more. Lots of people here, Capricorn. Lots of individuals, lots of possible people. Thank you. All right, 9 of Pentacles. So there's going to be a lot of different things for us to look at, especially with the distribution of the elements we have going on here. But I love that the 9 of Pentacles is out. Now, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff going. At first glance, like I was mentioning, we have 2 individuals, possible different types of signs or people showing up here, totally different archetypes. We also have that earthy, abundant energy right here on the back end. So this could be separate things with the separate elemental suits going on. But let's just see how it all plays out together. Position number 1, our good friend, the King of Cups himself, sitting there with his chalice, with his drink. He's chilling in the ocean. When I see this card, obviously, it could represent a water sign that you're connected to. If that doesn't ring any bells, kings represent control of their respective suit. So obviously the King of Cups is in control of emotions, how one is feeling. It could speak about love. It could speak about romance. The King of Cups has a lot of layers to it. It could also be creative and artistic. So when we clarify this, this could be extremely important. Whether it is an emotional connection or a soul connection that we're seeing here, or love in general, the King of Cups could just speak about your emotional state, right? Or trying to get control of something as well, if that's not a person. But I like it. It's a beneficial card usually. Now, moving to the center, we have the Knight of Swords. This is a little bit different shades of vibes here. Air sign energy. So you could be connected to an air sign, either Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. When we see the Knight of Swords, it's one of the fastest moving cards in the whole entire deck, shooting towards something like a rocket. So it's a big action-oriented card. It's a change-based type of card. This could be you moving towards your goals or things that you want, things that you're craving. The Knight of Swords, to me, can also be a little bit combative sometimes. It is one of the faster moving cards, so it's a little volatile. But look at him. He's ready to go to battle. He's ready to fight for something or against someone. So we want to see what's up, especially since in the spread, he's facing right towards the King of Cups. Need to watch out for this, all right? I'm not going to raise the red flags just yet because it could just be progress. And if we're just seeing some progress already with this Knight of Swords, I would say that's a very good thing. Now, moving to the very back end, we have the Nine of Pentacles, beautiful, grounded, earthy energy. Now, you know you're an earth sign, so this is an energy you could be very comfortable in. When I see it, it is a thirst for independence or someone feeling independent, like I got this, I could do this, I don't need help, I could do it on my own. We could also think of material abundance. With the Nine of Pentacles, you might be in money mode, stacking those pentacles, stacking that money, those greens. This is generally a super positive card about manifestation, abundance, and blessings, okay? But it's good. On the inverse, this could also represent something being stubborn, especially next to an action-oriented card. So we have this push-pull, push-pull, push-pull type of play going on here, okay? But overall, I will say this, a spread overall, like we might be looking at various different things, various different topics, especially with the way these suits are all split up. So we're going to get that down there. I really want to dive deeper on all this, Capricorn. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here. What's going on with my friends, please? One good shuffle. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that King of Cups, see what he's here for. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Capricorn, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, King of Cups time. Why is the King of Cups here? Let's get this going nice and smooth. Thank you. Ten of Swords, yeah. And this is a big holdover from the energy we had last week. Okay, this is somebody hurting. This is someone in some sort of pain with the Ten of Swords underneath that King of Cups. Generally, the Ten of Swords could represent an ending or just some sort of very heavy pain or a rock bottom feeling. Now, I'm not saying this is you. Just like we saw last week in the reading that said they are a mess, it's still showing up here front and center. Beware of endings in this time. Maybe some of you have recently gone through some sort of loss. Like that's a big energy with the Ten of Swords, where there could be some sort of ending or loss still in the energy, still in the vibe. We'll see how it plays out the rest of the reading, because remember, this is only the beginning of the story, but it's showing up here right front and center. The Ten of Swords isn't a card to generally be scared or nervous about, but it can indicate pain and a loss. And when we see it under the King of Cups here, it is somebody trying to like keep wraps on it, try to not let it get out of hand, trying to deal with it, trying to grapple with it. So if not you, there could be someone you're connected to that's really trying to grapple with these types of feelings. They might be having a difficult time. So we're just going to keep pressing forward. We're really not going to muddy up this message. It's very straightforward. Okay, for some of you, you might just be having a really tough time with the water sign here. Okay, just take it for what it's worth. Let's move in on that Knight of Swords. Let's go in on the Knight of Swords, see what this action could be. Because remember, I did say that could possibly be conflict, but it could also be progression, forward movement. Let's see why that Knight of Swords is here. Where's the Knight of Swords here? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, King of Wands in reverse. This is somebody losing their cool. Like, that's the best way I could put it intuitively. Because remember what I was saying about kings, they represent control of their respective suits. Okay, so when we see the King of Wands in reverse, this is somebody possibly losing control, losing their cool. It's this explosive, volatile energy that we were seeing with this Knight of Wands. Okay, watch out for spontaneity. Like in this time, spontaneous things could pop up, or you might act in a way that you don't normally do. Your temper might be flaring when we see this type of energy right here in the center. Now, a portion of you, we have almost all the elements out here, especially with the King of Wands now, but the fact that it's in reverse under this Knight of Swords, you could really be bumping head with fire signs in particular when this card shows up. So that is absolutely something to beware of and watch out for in this time. It can be a warning about conflict. But yeah, I'm just getting somebody like losing their cool, or just that explosive energy, right? Like an explosive conflict, explosive butting heads. So watch out for these things. Could it be about this? Could it cause this? I'm not going to speculate too much. We're just going to keep moving to the back end of the story because we do have like some nice grounded earthy energy on the back. So we'll see what's up with that. But there are warnings to be had here this week, Capricorn. And you know me, I try my best to keep everything optimistic. It is what it is. We all go through these archetypes in life at one point or another. But things just seem a little hectic right now for whatever reason. Let's see what's up with that Nine of Pentacles, please. Then we'll do our recap before the shadow card. Thank you. Beautiful. All right. So to me, even if you're in the middle of all these feelings that I'm seeing right here in the beginning, okay, even if you're right in the midst of all this action or this chaos, this mayhem, whatever I'm seeing there, the Magician in the upright underneath the Nine of Pentacles, this is an amazing alignment. Basically, Spirit saying like, listen, you'll be fine. Everything will be okay. Okay, like even if you've been through it, whether it's coming up, however it fits into your story, the Magician is extremely powerful. It's about manifesting and creating. Don't lose sight of your goals. Don't lose sight of the stability that you do have in your life. For a lot of you, you might just have a very good network around you, or you might have a really good system around you that will help you get through trying times or tough times. If not, that's something you could really try to manifest and bring in here. Another portion of you, like this could be a nice big windfall of money coming in. So for some of you, there could be some sort of financial come up when we see the Magician with this Nine of Pentacles on the back end. However, this is the way I'd like to read or like to see a reading like this end, especially with all this stuff in the front end, possible endings, explosive conflict, this, that, and the other thing. That on the back end tells us everything is going to be fine. Everything will stabilize much sooner rather than later. Okay, that tells me there's going to be big improvement very soon. So that's claimable energy, specifically if you're going through these things. Let's go through and do a quick little recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, interesting mixture of energies we have here, Capricorn. In position number one, we do have the King of Cups, pardon me, with the Ten of Swords in the upright. Notice lots of people showing up in this spread. We have two kings showing up. Now, with the King of Cups and the Ten of Swords, that is someone still going through some emotional pain, lots of ups and downs. This could be hurt, rock bottom. Watch out for loss. Watch out for endings. That's something we're seeing here. Maybe you've already been through it. But as we press forward, we have the Knight of Swords and the King of Wands in reverse. This fire-air combo in the center with the King in reverse tells me that somebody could lose their cool, or there could be some sort of conflict that just spins out of hand. It's very volatile and explosive. Even if it's not you, it might be going on around you in your sphere of influence. So just watch out for this, because like your temper might be ramped up a little more than normal. However, as we get to the very back end, we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Magician in the upright, absolute chef's kiss type of energy of manifesting, creation, good monetary signals with this on the back end. It is telling us that everything will settle down and improve and be okay. So regardless of the warnings and the tough situations at hand, this is how we like to see it. Like you can manifest what you want. I would claim these back end energies. Let's get you one shadow card here. Okay. What's going on with Capricorn, please? What's in the shadows? And yeah, I like using the Shadowland Tarot deck for this portion. It's very introspective. So let's see what's going on in the shadows for you. Okay, that card like flew out quick. Yeah, Seven of Cups. Hopefully you're not feeling indecisive. This could also be very dreamy. And it's interesting to me that we begin the reading with a very mental energy and we're ending one as well with the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is usually about choices, about options, paths that you could take. But remember, we are looking at the inverse of this. The inverse of this could be someone that's being indecisive, could be a little bit confused, or is thinking way too much. So watch out for any archetypes like that. For a very small portion, this could represent someone that feels like they don't have as many options, or they feeling a little trapped. So hopefully you're not feeling trapped or held back in some sort of way when this card shows up. But I will say that there's a silver lining here. Even if those are feelings that you are feeling, this card tells us that you have more paths than you think. You have a lot more freedom, options, and choices than you think. Don't feel boxed in when this card shows up in the shadows. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. For the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 boxes of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is an awesome deck. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one spoke to you the most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I will announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.